All right. Are we all set to go?
Yep, we're good.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Today is April 16th, 2026. This is the East Long Meadow Board of Health, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. The Board of Health is recording. Is anyone else recording? Okay. And the chair announcements, we are meeting tonight via Zoom webinar pursuant to a number of executive orders suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law dating back to 2020. So with that, the first item on our agenda is to approve the minutes of the March 19th, 2026 meeting. It says hearing in our notice of public meeting, but that was actually a meeting, not a hearing. I think we had multiple things on the agenda that night. Um, I have one edit that I'd like to make to the minutes. We did not have the date for the corrective action, the 30-day, the date of expiration for the additional 30 days for corrective action at 36 Fraser Drive. So if we could add that to the minutes, those were set to expire on May 3rd, 2026.
I will make those corrections.
Thank you, Renee. Does anybody else have anything from the minutes that they either saw, wanted to edit, change?
Then I propose we adopt with the amendment.
I can second that motion. And we'll do a roll call vote. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins
Aye.
and Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
All right, so the minutes with the amendment are approved. So next would be anybody that is here for public comment. If anyone's here for public comment, we invite you to, and you'd like to say something, invite you to raise your hand right now.
No, all set.
All right, we got no one here. Renee?
We have two people
Okay.
in the lobby, but no.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so moving on. So the first item under the business at hand is the discussion regarding the corrective actions at 41 Pleasant Street, East Long Meadow. And this is in response to the December 19th, 2025 housing inspection. So that is slated to, the current 30 days is slated to expire April 27th, I believe. So Tammy, I know you received information from the property owner who is not able to be with us, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Angela Noel had an emergency, but she did ask that we review this and requested another extension of 30 days. I did go out this month. I witnessed quite a bit of water in the basement. So, I know that I sent you some of the attachments, and one is that on Friday or the 19th. What's today?
Today's the
No,
16th.
17th. I'm sorry, on the 17th, Connecticut Dry Basements are scheduled to go out and do work down there. But this really needs to solve this problem this month. This is, I feel like it's been going on a bit, so hopefully that will solve that problem. She sent pictures from that she cleared out and cleaned the attic. Um, I know the electrician was out there, and I didn't get to talk to our electrician because they did pull a permit for the work that was in the basement. So I'm gonna have to take a look and see exactly what it was that they did. It was a little bit of a jumble down there with the electrical work. So they had to do that. What is the third thing or fourth thing? Hold, please. Oh, and then let's see, that was the invoice for the electrical. Oh yeah, for the electrical wiring, they provided necessary safety repair work, the town inspection, reviewed all necessary work to be completed with electrical inspector, provided dedicated 20 amp circuit for sump pump and install 20 amp GFI receptacle, provide new box, 20 amp GFI receptacle, and wiring to light over washer and dryer, and provided all necessary wiring, material, and terminations, installed switch plate and blank covers throughout the basement area is needed. Okay. And I couldn't, she's shared a link for her quote from Connecticut Dry Basements for the work, but I wasn't able to open up the link. It wasn't working on my computer.
Tammy, did she respond to why it's been so delayed? Because I feel like she's been talking about having the dry basement team since our first meeting with her. And so I'm just curious if there was delays on there. And I know obviously everyone's busy doing things. Or if there
But
was
I think
any
she
other-
thought that the water pump that she put in the basement was going to be effective enough, and it wasn't, and that more work needed to be done. I guess one of the other things I probably want to suggest is that checking with our building inspector. While it is acceptable per code, the pump really isn't a true sump pump. I guess it's a water pump, which is acceptable, but it's not a true sump pump. So if that's something that, you know, if the work that Connecticut Dry Basements isn't doing, maybe she needs to look into something a little bit more vigorous than that water pump that's in the basement. But I feel like we really need this to come to fruition and get all these things fixed. There was a couple of things still left on the inspection report, like the up in the actual upstairs, not in the basement. Like one of the windows wasn't completed, and there was some flashing around one of the doors that just wasn't adequate. And then the stuff around the sink is the word, not caulking, but it's like a tape.
Grout.
Not grout. Just like my words aren't really great today.
It's okay. It's just black.
It was sort of like a rolled flashing around,
The seal of some sort.
but it's like a sticker. It's like a tape roll, and it wasn't coming off. And then I think there's still one window I think we're waiting for there. So these things just need to be done this month. Like, let's get them done. Let's get them over with. That's kind of all I have on.
So we just
that.
need to motion to give them another 30-day extension. When does the official end date for theirs again? I forget.
The 27th of April.
Okay, so then another 30 days would be
May 27th
Yeah,
of May. Mhm.
yeah.
so now I'm
but-
motion we okay.
I was going to say, obviously, the weather has turned, right? Like we were very considerate of a lot of the work not being able to be done in the winter that we had. But it's been 6 months at this point, or it will be in May, right? Because we first met with Miss Noel in December. So it sounds like we are thinking about potentially giving one more 30-day, but with some language from Tammy as our agent of the Board of Health to communicate with Miss Noel that this is probably going to be the end of this experience. Does that sound
Yep.
reasonable?
And I was just gonna say, and what happens if they do not comply by the end, Tammy?
Depends what you want. If you want to grant another 30, or we, say that we've given enough time, and then if she can't do it, we go to a housing court.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, so then I motion that we give a 30-day extension with the caveat that if there is a need for any additional extension, that we will evaluate the progress made and how close they are to finishing before we could give them another extension.
Katie,
Because
could
it
you
doesn't have to be 30 days. If it's something that, say,
Right.
what day did we say? May 27th, and
Yeah.
they were coming, they can complete something by June 1st or something like that,
Right.
if that is the case.
Yeah,
If
that's reasonable.
if the work that's not done, if the work that's done tomorrow,
Yeah.
Or
take
if there's
time.
work in progress even.
Yep.
And it just needs a little more time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, if that work is supposedly being done tomorrow, I mean, I don't know how long, if it saves concrete work or something in the basement. I'm not sure
And that's
exactly.
fine. So the motion
Yeah.
is as it is. So I think we just
Okay.
need a second then, right?
Yeah, Katie, could you amend that to make sure that you list the end date,
Oh yeah.
the 27th of
The
May?
amendment would be to have it be the end date of May 27th.
All right, I can second that motion. Um, so the voted hand is to extend the or to provide an additional 30-day extension for Ms. Noel, property owner at 41 Pleasant Street, East Long Meadow, which would end on May 27th, 2026. That's been motioned and seconded, and we'll do a roll call vote. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins,
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
Thank you, ladies. Brings us to our next item, which is corrective actions at 36 Fraser Drive in East Long Meadow in response to the January 12th, 2026 housing inspection. And Tammy, what do we know about updates from that property owner?
I don't know if the property owner was going to attend today, but right after our last meeting, they did have a hearing, and they have a temporary order that states that as of and on effective as of on and after May 1st, 2026, neither party shall be permitted to enter, remain in, or live within the former marital residence unless there is to make an improvement or move personal belongings therein. So that's May 1st. We have till May 3rd for the corrections. I'm assuming the corrections are not extensive, but they do need to be done. It's going to take probably more than 2 days to be done. So I would just say for, to check it in with them in another 30 days to make sure that that's complete. And that's really all I have on that one.
Renee, is the property owner here? I'm just curious if they would like to add anything. We knew Ms. Noel was not going to be able to make it.
No, Mr. Sarah's not here.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so Katie, Rebecca, any questions for Tammy on this particular item?
No.
Okay. I'm happy to make a motion to provide property owner Mr. Sarah at 36 Fraser Drive, East Long Meadow, Massachusetts, a 30-day extension, which would extend to June 2nd. To make the corrective actions at their property.
Okay, can second that.
All right, thank you. So roll call vote, Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins.
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
All right, thank you, ladies. Next item on our agenda is an initial review of the intermunicipal agreement, the IMA, for the Public Health Excellence for Shared Services Grant. So Tammy, I know you sent us some of this, but if you want to kind of walk us through, that would be great.
So I had put it on the agenda and it said review and vote, but I was hoping to get it in our hands a little bit earlier than than yesterday. So as part of our contract, so once we had our contract signed, we then did our letters of commitment. Christine signed that. Our letters of commitment to the scope of work of the PHE grant. And the next step is the intermunicipal agreement with the other three towns. And there are two parts that I shared. One was like the body of it, and then it's Exhibit B. Exhibit B, the body of the IMA has some pretty generic language that the program was able to give to us, and it went to our legal counsel and so anything that's in red was their edits. But what I really need to sit a little bit longer with those edits because I sent it back to the program, the PHE program at DPH, and they actually have an attorney, and I just wanted him to take one last look at what our attorney said. And there's a couple things that he suggested that we kind of revisit from what the edits were made with our attorneys. And then it didn't sit well with me to not have the other three municipalities look at it one more time before we vote and move it on to the next community to agree to and sign. So that's kind of where it was. The thing that we put together, the four health directors, is that's, I guess, less legal jargon, is the Exhibit B, and that's sort of like the services in terms of what we're actually kind of doing as a shared service collaborative. And so that's kind of a little more tailored to us. And it just kind of talks about the positions of people that we're looking to hire with this. But luckily with the exhibit B is, if some of these things change, the entire IMA doesn't get thrown out. We can just adopt a new exhibit if we say, are like, yeah, we're not going to do nursing services, or if we're like, we're going to add on an epidemiologist, then we can at least we can adopt an exhibit B and not have to go through the whole IMA process again, which is pretty like elaborate, because after you guys vote, that document is then going to go to like each legal counsel at each town, and they're going to add their input and then come back to us, and then our town council has to vote it in. So learning a lot about the process along the way, and it's a ton of work. Which before we move on to the next part of this, like, that I'll tell you about, is there any questions about the IMA process that you guys might have? No. It's I think that the program at the OLRH, the Office of Local and Regional Health, they've done it so many times now that like they gave us already a good template to start off with. So I don't think there's like too much that we really need to add in or whatever. But so once this is signed, then we end up actually forming basically like a mini form of government. So it would be like a governing body, which you guys would choose your liaison to the governing party, which I would assume would be me. But that would be after the IMA is in place. The other thing that we're doing right now is that we already did receive half of this year's funds for fiscal 26. And there is only 2.5 months left to the fiscal year. So what we decided on as a group, because we don't have the IMAs and none of us really feel like we want to hire a staff person until we get the IMAs place, is we will be consulting with a contractor that is off of the state's contractor list. And they will be doing sort of like initial strategic planning for us, and also kind of providing sort of that, like, just a little bit of that coordination, like all the things I'm doing right now, or like updating our work plans and work plan trackers, and kind of keeping up with deliverables, and kind of like moving forward with that stuff for this year. So I'm really excited about that, because it's a contractor that has worked with a lot of different public health agencies locally, so we're kind of familiar with the type of work they do. And they kind of, I think this is a good way to start, because while we had some ideas of what as our like goal for the shared services, it would be really great to get a better sense of like what's needed in the communities, so that we can hire the right people, and not just the right people, but like put together the right positions that we need for the group. So it's really exciting. It's very daunting. I really want to spend this year's money down so bad. So hopefully we'll get all that hashed out. Like, we're working with the contract with the consultant that we chose, and hopefully that will get done by, I know Monday's a holiday, but I said I would work on Monday just to get it done. Do you guys have any questions on that? I guess at the next meeting, we should have something that's like corrected and final and has got rid of all the red the the red stuff and the strike throughs so that you guys can vote on it and get it signed and we can move it off again to the next community. That's what I'll have on the shared service stuff right now. I will say that the people at the Office of Local and Regional Health, they've been super helpful and like definitely trying to kind of be a good sounding board for like how to move forward with the process. So I thank them very much for it. So that's that for the IMA shared service stuff.
Anyone have any questions about the process or the work plan, that Exhibit B?
So I would just say, put your thought once you read it, if there's anything that just doesn't sit with you or something that you think that was missed out, just let me know so we can kind of look into it and plug it in there.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for all that, Tammy. Looks like health department updates.
Updates. Everybody's been busy. Everybody who's not on leave. We're counting the days for Alex to get back. Let's see. Trash and recycling. We've got Earth Day cleanup is on May 2nd, which is the Saturday. The day before it, we're having the Earth Day fair at the senior center. So that's sort of in high swing because I think that's only 2 weeks away from today, which doesn't feel like May should be 2 weeks away. And one of the things that Liz and I are working on right now is she's come up with several different ideas for piloting composting program in the town using the Recycling Dividends Program grant that we get every year for our amazing efforts of recycling in this community. We're thinking either could be like a pilot pickup at home or also I want to use the words because I really think that looks cute. There's this cute it's a cute composting. It sort of looks like a shipping crate that they like paint and make look just really adorable. I don't have any other words than that. That is like a drop off for compost. So those are the two we're thinking of, either something where it's like maybe we can pilot a neighborhood or this container if we can get one of the departments in town to agree to put it someplace. But that's something that we haven't solidified, but we're looking into. Let's see. There is a blood drive at Town Hall on April 22nd next week from 10 to 2. Let's see. Our newest animal control officer, Katie Musiak, she has been attending the state's Animal Control Academy to become a state certified animal control officer. She every Thursday sends us the best photos of the animals that she gets to work with. There was I don't even know how many 12-foot long python and an alligator last week. And it was this week, I think it was farm animals. So being able to handle and like respond to not just dogs in the neighborhood, which like I said to you guys before, has been very busy. Please license your dogs, leash your dogs, vaccinate your dogs, keep them safe. Let's see. We've the senior watch that we have going on in town, which is comprised of a variety of different public safety departments and town departments, the council on aging, Greater Springfield Senior Services. We also have a social worker. I think it's been a really great program that the town's been having. So to kind of just be able to keep track of uh, seniors who maybe have been having issues with calling for an ambulance often, or maybe are just kind of looking for extra help. But if you know someone who does need extra help, senior, we do have a new social worker at the Council on Aging, Jessica Dion. She started maybe a month ago, and she has just, jumped in head first. And I think that um, it's really kind of rounding out the program over at the senior center, because we do also have a new senior center director, Emily Constantino. So that's been going on. Our saddest news is that our public health nurse, Chris Buffington, has put in her retirement. So she will be retiring for June 1st. But she's still keeping busy, because I've asked her even today to go out and do an inspection with me. But she just wanted to say that she's doing a lot of collaboration with our new outreach coordinator at the Council on Aging. She's still going to meetings with MAT for reviewing applications for congregate housing. Still doing lots of hands-only CPR classes and keeping her office hours and blood pressure clinics. And still being our representative to the Mass Public Health Nurse Association as long as we got her. So we'll be very sad for have her leave, but she's an East Long Meadow resident, so we know where to find her if we need her, or just want to talk to her. So that will be, I'm working with the Council on Aging director, since we share that position. I've been working with her to kind of come up with what's our game plan for filling the role and whatnot. So hopefully we can have a good continuity of service after that. And it's been a busy month for me, just with kind of keeping up with this, and also keeping up with regular activities and keeping up with the inspections. But I've been doing a lot of different, I figured I was like, give you guys a look into what I've been doing lately. So I know I've shared that I'm the co-chair for the Hampden County Public Health Emergency Preparedness Coalition. And as such, I'm also the county's rep at the Western Mass Public Health Advisory Group, which is a group of the 4 counties in Western Mass, which we call that Region 1. We are 1D. And that group has one member from each county, and we kind of determine, how public health funds should be spent for emergency preparedness in Hampden County. And recently, that group appointed me to be a public health representative to the Region 1's Health and Medical Coordinating Coalition's steering committee. I've only attended one meeting, and it was really just to appoint the new public health members that are on it, because we have 2 new members, and I guess there's some backups. So more to come on that. So that includes both health departments, and it includes EMS, and it includes hospitals. So that's kind of been going on and getting busy. I'm also the secretary for the Western Mass Public Health Association, and we represent Western Mass, but we allow all of Massachusetts to come to any of our power hours and trainings. And it is, while we want to focus on most areas of public health, we kind of focus instead. We focus mainly on environmental health issues is what most of our trainings are. And in March, we had our annual Totally Title V conference. Don't know who named it that, but it's for septic issues. So we keep busy with that. I've also was able to participate in the Mass Health Officers Association's mentee program, and I've been paired up with the somebody from Longmeadow, which has been really nice. And I have also been paired up with a member of the East Longmeadows bylaw review committee to review some bylaws. And I guess that's what they're kind of working on doing this year and kind of cleaning up some of the codes. So a little bit of everything lately. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys sort of an update on what's been going on in the health department. Any questions, comments?
Sounds great. Thank you for all you're doing.
Been a busy lady.
It's feeling really busy lately.
Yeah.
And I know that I will just at some point have to kick back and relax, hopefully next week.
Oh, yes, for the break. Yeah.
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 Which will be really good.
Yeah.
That's
that
a lot of
downtime.
things, Tammy.
Got a lot on your plate.
I have a real hard time saying no. I don't know if you guys have that personality trait. Somebody comes by, hey, can you help with this? You know, and we do a lot of that though within the town of East Longmeadow. You know, it's like while the health department serves as a compliance and enforcement role, we also are there to help people and with the things that they're doing. Like, yes, we license all of our cafeterias in town, but we're also there as fellow coworkers to help those people who are running them. So right now, trying to figure out how to plan for the new high school opening, and letting getting the food service program up and running with enough time to get the equipment in, get the employees in, have everybody trained on everything. So we're just like, okay, when do we get to go in there? Do we need hard hats when that comes in? So that sort of stuff. And then yes, we regulate the Pine Knoll pool and the Pine Knoll camp, but also like how do we help the Parks and Rec department get to where they need to be so that they are awesome and operating on day one. So it's a kind of fun, busy sort of time of year, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way except for maybe spreading it out a little bit. Oh, a little bit, not just on the month of April. Well, this was crazy, but it's good. Once we get through April, I think we got it for the year. I say that now. Knock on wood.
So then, just for follow-up, I just realized we have to pick dates for the review of the 30-day extensions. So what were the dates that we got for both of them? Was it April?
One is gonna expire on May 27th and the other one on June 2nd.
Okay, so we should try to do the week of,
So we need to be looking in May.
yeah.
Does May 21st work for you guys?
I can make it work.
Not really.
No.
Actually, no, I can't. My husband's gone. Ugh, okay.
I'm already supposed to be in two places at 6.
Yeah.
The 20th work.
That is 5th grade parent open house night at Birchland.
Aw.
May is busy, and I swear it's actually busy on the kids. It's not on me. Every single one of these things is like art show at Maple Shade, parent night, like there's a soccer game and parent and art show at the same time. We've already asked the coach to move. Like it's one of those.
What about May 26th? No.
I can learn how to use the webinar feature, but I am allowing Renee, our technical extraordinaire, to take that week off. I'm like, I could learn that week how to manage that panel or beg.
I can do
Maybe.
May 18th.
I will have to see if that's a school committee week or not. So they are
Yeah.
every other
Could
Monday.
could we do
And
it?
it's got to be before Memorial Day because of the 27th, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About May 19th? The 18th is my birthday. I just, sorry. Just,
Happy early birthday.
thank you.
Does the 19th work? I can see if it's been taken or if that's
I can do the 19th. Katie, what about you?
My son has a baseball game at 5:45 that starts and goes till 7:45.
Yep.
All right.
what time do you guys like? Is there like is there
I
an
work
earlier
until
time
5
of the
that
day?
I work until 5 that day.
Oh, okay.
I just quickly checked the webinars. It looks like planning has a meeting on the 19th from 6 to 7.
Hmm.
Okay.
Can we do actually on the 27th?
No, because Ellie has the school play.
Oh.
It's these kids are nonstop in May. I feel like we have
Same. I literally
practices
am
I can
losing
get
my
out
soul.
of.
Yeah.
Yep. Practices I'm fine to turf, but the school play is gonna be the death of me.
So 4 weeks from today is the 14th. 1, 2, 3. If you guys wanted to, I mean,
I can
you're
do
early.
the 13th.
I'm chaperoning senior trip.
Okay.
Unless you want me FaceTime or zooming in from the Sox game that night.
I could do the 14th a little earlier.
I'm in for that.
Yeah, I
Make
can
it
do
work.
that too.
Could
How
we do
early?
like 4:30?
That's fine.
4:30. Okay.
I will block my work calendar so no one puts anything in the 4 to 5 slot.
So 4:30 on the 14th.
Yep.
Yeah, because Thursday's usually not typically a day that we have to worry
Right.
about everybody else taking these meetings.
Right.
Yeah, that works. I don't mind getting it done before dinner. I know hopefully mine's ready downstairs.
Okay, great.
Thank you, everyone. Finding time this May is hard with the kids' schedules, I know, and school schedules and the work schedules, and you're all very busy people. So thank you for that. We will plan on that. Is there anything else before we have a motion to adjourn?
I don't think so.
Okay. I can make that motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. And so roll call vote to adjourn the meeting. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Dobbins,
Bye.
Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
All right, everyone, see you on May 14th.
Take
Right.
care.
Bye now.